We are working on arithmetic reasoning for the Asvab test. You are more than welcome to use this for any kind of prepping, for any kind of math portions of tests, if you do need so. And there are going to be a total of 15 questions for this test, 15 questions for the second portion of this test, and there's a total of 15 videos that are going to be placed in order to make that happen. So if you want to prep yourself for the arithmetic reasoning portion of the math test, then this is the place to come to. So let's start with the first one. Copier can make 150 copies per minute, and at this rate, how many minutes would it take to make 4,500 copies? You see your choices. So let's go ahead and set up a proportion here. So 150 copies per minute, we'll start right there with this. So this is 150 copies per 1 minute. And then we're gonna set up it equal to the other portion, which is what we're asking how many minutes it's going to take to make 4,500 copies. Well, copies are on the top that I wrote, and then minutes are on the bottom. So that's just the way that I wrote it. So you can write it differently. You can flip them. As long as you keep copies to copies and minutes to minutes, you're good to go. So 4,500 copies is going to be over here, opposite the 150. We don't know how many minutes, so we're going to call that x. Now we are going to do cross multiplication here in order to solve this. So 150 times x is going to give me 150x. Set it equal to its opposite diagonal, which is 1 times 4,500. And then we want to solve for our x, which means we have to take 150 times x, do its opposite, which is to divide. And then those are going to cancel. And x is going to be 4,500 divided by 150. And if we know our easy numbers here, 45 divided by 15 would be 3. Just got one extra 0 there. So the answer would be 30. And as you can see, choice C is there with 30. So that's the first one. And then we're going to look at the average arithmetic mean age of members in a 5-person choir is 34. If the ages of 4 of the members are 47, 31, 27, and 36, what is the 5th member's age? So you could, of course, if we're knowing arithmetic means or averages, you're just adding all the numbers that you have together and dividing by however many there are in order to get the answer. So we know the answer is 34. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up equal to 34. And if you really wanted to and you weren't really sure, you could always, of course, just keep plugging in all the choices by all means, but I'm going to show you a faster way to do this. So what we do is take the numbers that we have. So we're 47 plus 31 plus 27 plus 36. I'm going to squeeze this. We don't know the last person, which we're going to call it x. And we're going to divide that by the 5 people that there are. So there's 5 people total. I'm just going to rewrite this so that it's a little bit neater. Plus x. So we don't know what x is. So we're just going to do that. And then that squeezes everything in. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add all of these numbers together that we have. So we add the 47 plus the 31 plus the 27 and plus the 36. When we do that, we get 141. And then we have plus x divided by the 5 people in the group. We got 34. Now, in order for me to get x by itself, the first thing I gotta do is remove that 5 from the denominator. So instead of me dividing by 5, I have to do its opposite when we're doing solving. So we're gonna multiply by 5 on both sides. And what's gonna happen is these are gonna cancel each other out, leaving with just 1 underneath, which means that you just have 141 plus x here. And then over here, you're gonna have the 34 times the 5, and you get 170. Then we wanna get x all by itself. So in order for me to do that, I need to do its opposite operation, which is to subtract 141 from both sides. Now, obviously, that is gonna be gone over on that side. And then all we have to do here is do 141 subtracted from the 170, and we get x equaling a 29-year-old person. And so when I go to look at my possibilities, you can see that 29 is an option. It is option A, and that's my answer. If you want more questions like these, find them on my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at YouWantAlgebra, All these are going to be located under the Asvab portion of my playlist. Don't forget to like, share, and follow me for more.